Now I have the floor, I wanted to give the floor to Mr. Preinstorfer to discuss how the European energy system is changing and what regulatory barriers need to be overcome to accelerate the process also of clean energy technologies. Thanks.
I want to, can you hear me? Yeah? I also wanted a little bit to reflect on the trilemma, if you allow me.
Of course.
First, I would like to start, please remember, there is a promise. There is a promise what was given by politicians and scientists. If we do the energy transition, then we will solve this energy trilemma. It will be much secure system because we do not depend that much anymore from external supplies. It will be a sustainable system, and we will solve the climate issue for the next generation. And it will also be cheaper. Oh, now it's much better. So I don't start again. And it will also be much cheaper in future because renewable energy produce electricity, talk about electricity, much cheaper than conventional energy sources. So now let's look a little bit back. Beginning of the liberalization in the year 2000, we started with developing competitiveness. Then we had some incidents that we focused in the second decade of this century on supply security. We did a lot into that. Yeah? Supply security was the core topic that, and I would say that now we have the most secure electricity system in the world. So in that part of the energy trilemma, we can make a check. I don't say that we don't have to do anything about it anymore, but we maintain it, but we do not have to develop it. So we have, and this must be clear to all of us, we live in Europe in a system which is the best electricity secure system in the world. So you can put a check into that. The second is then in 2015 with Paris, things changed. Yeah? So we had to focus and shifted on sustainability, climate policy and so on. We did a lot of policies so far, and we're talking about this topic here in this format here, the green energy transition. European Commission forwarded in 2016 already the winter package, which prepared for the transition to a low carbon economy, And next was then in 2019 presented the Green Deal by Frau Ursula von der Leyen, the Commission President, and she proposed the Green Deal as the policy towards full decarbonization by 2050, according with the Paris climate targets. So, and this is the way Europe is going forward, and we cannot change that direction. We will not do this, and we'll hopefully make this to a success. But also, let's say we are not finished yet, but the ball is rolling, so we could do also a small check behind that, yeah? And focus now on the third thing, affordability, yeah? Let's say even add accessibility to it, yeah? So, and currently this is not working at all. This is the problem, this is the elephant in the room, and this is where politicians, scientists, institutions have to work on it. Electricity, energy must be affordable, and this is the elephant in the room. That's why also now European Commission, Frau von der Leyen, proposed the Green Industrial Deal and a package to make electricity more affordable. So the devil, you mentioned, my previous speaker mentioned it, the devil is in the detail, and we'll see it. But I think, I believe in that. This can be possible, that we together in Europe achieve this, and that we solve this energy trilemma in that way. But we must tackle now the elephant in the room, and this is affordability. The so-called just transition, yeah? The just transition. Nobody should be left behind. No, nobody in this room, and also not the industry, because we want to be Europe, having Europe a room which a lot of industry with welfare in the future. We don't want to achieve our climate targets through deindustrialization of Europe. Yeah, we want to keep our industry. So I think this just transition should include also European industry. Now, 4 points what we should do to achieve that. I think it's very important that we implement timely existing EU legislation, including all the laws, the rules, the great projects. I only remember that very important target of European Union is the 70% target, and that's not really working on many borders. So we are lacking behind that, so there's room for improvement. And also the renewables targets. And this is the issue of the member states. The member states have here to deliver to make that possible. Second, maybe from my point of view, is in this regard also we need regional cooperation and we need strong institutions, including, hopefully you agree with that, with strong regulatory authorities, because they are the referee in that game between the two teams, the producers and the consumers. So they play a very important role. And you need a regional cooperation to look at your specific problems in that region. The second thing would be faster approval procedures. I think this is very, very important. The third thing is, I would say, flexibility, flexibility, flexibility. We mentioned that already. And in addition with demand response, and I think as demand response, we have to change our behavior, yeah, from the industry, from the commercial point of view, but also from our personal behavior. And I think demand response and making that possible, that part, and unleash the power of that flexibility, that is maybe the most difficult change, because it will be also a change in our society. So I spoke very long, sorry for that.
No, that's great. On the demand response and our changing of behavior, I was just in Barcelona last week, and you cannot set your temperature in your hotel room below 21 degrees. So I think it's not only about changing our demand preference, but it's also about regulations, actually pushing people, giving them incentives to consume less.